Hey everybody, welcome back again, and today I'm taking a look at another new Hasbro figure that's just now showing up in stores, and that's going to be the Transformers Age of the Primes Autobot Powerglide. So this is one of the original G1 characters in the original cartoon, couple episodes specific to this particular character, and this was a figure that I always liked as a kid. I remember having the original toy for this, and I thought it was really cool because the arms were a little bit better articulated than some of the other figures, even though he really had no legs to speak of that you could move around or anything. But I always really liked this figure. I loved the A10 Warthog plane. Just thought it was just a really cool toy. So there have been a couple of really good iterations of this figure in the past, especially with, if I'm not mistaken, the Combiner Wars version of Powerglide was a really cool figure. It was more of a core class figure. This one, of course, has been upgraded to the deluxe class price point. So we'll see if it's worth it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box art here. So we've got some really cool box art for this figure. That's really cool looking, the typical box art for all of these Age of the Primes figures. The back of the box has some product shots, and just looking at the figure packaged in there, he does look pretty good. So let's go ahead and get him open and see what we've got. So pretty typical packaging on the inside. We've got the instruction sheet. That's what we've got. And then we've got the little information sheet in all the different languages. And then we've got the figure and his accessories. And for accessories, we've got his pistol, which is really similar to the Ironhide pistol. It's looks like it's painted silver, a lot of waffling in there, but you know, that's kind of typical of these figure accessories. And then we've also got his mask from one of the episodes. I can't remember, I think it was like Somebody Goes to Hollywood or something like that. I can't recall it off the top of my head, but it was one of the original G1 cartoon episodes, if I remember correctly. So that's really cool. Put that off to the side. And then the figure itself. I've really got this one in there pretty good. Alright, so we've got him unpackaged now, and in bot mode he actually looks pretty good. He's pretty, I would say, okay proportion now that I look at it. I think it looks like maybe his legs should be a little bit longer. They kind of look short for the proportion of his torso, his waist and torso, but overall, I mean, he looks pretty good. He's a very accurate representation of, I think, the animation model for the original figure. I mean, this could have been a Studio 86 figure, but he didn't appear in the movie. Yeah, he looks really good. Let's look at articulation on this figure. So on the head, we've got kind of all the way around. We can get it all the way around it. I can't tell if his head is on a ball joint or not. There's a little bit of play right there, but it does go all the way around. Arms, we go all the way around on a friction joint, although I'm seeing here you kind of have to be careful when you do that because it'll pull that wing part out of his shoulder. Arm all the way up. We've got an elbow bend that is right at 90 degrees. There's kind of a weird little catch right here, but I'm sure that's probably part of the transformation. At the waist, we get a waist swivel all the way around. We get leg all the way up and then some. Same with the back. At the knee, we do get a joint there. We get 90 degrees. And then at the legs, it's kind of a weird, that is kind of cool. We do get a foot rotate at the ankle. We have a little bit of ankle tilt, though I think it is probably part of the transformation. So yeah, there's where we go. Obviously no ab crunch on this figure. So yeah, overall he looks pretty good. This is a lot better than the previous figure I took a look at. If you didn't see the previous video on the 86 Astro Train, I was really disappointed with that figure. But this is I think is kind of a high point in those. So I'm going to go ahead and get him transformed over, and we'll take a look at him in alt mode. So stick around. Alright, so here we have him in alt mode. It was kind of a weird little tricky transformation at some spots. It was a little bit more complex than I expected it to be. It looks okay in bot mode. It's not super faithful to the original toy. It's a little bit wide here, almost looks like a squashed out frog, and it doesn't really clean up super great here on the chest. I mean, overall, he looks pretty good. I really like the homage to the original rub sign decal that was on the original toy. Right there, this is not actually a rub sign. It's just painted black on there. But that's kind of a cool little thing that they did for the figure. So, a couple little things I didn't point out when he was in bot mode were namely how to put the face on, the alternate face. So when he's in bot mode, this part right here in the forward part of the cockpit actually spins around so you can hide his face and then click this face on him. And then also, if I'm not mistaken, his chest will open as well. I can't remember exactly how that works. So here we go, his chest opens, and that was also kind of a component of that episode. So a couple neat little gimmicks that they have in the toy here. Overall, not terrible looking. This is I'm much more pleased with this than I am the Astro Train that I did the unboxing of a few days ago. So still, there's some room for improvements on it, but overall, not a bad figure. So if you like this content, please like, please subscribe. I've got a couple more that are coming down the way, and I appreciate everybody watching. Thanks for looking, and we'll see you next time.